Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Nonprofit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use. Thank you. Now enjoy the show.
All right, everybody, what's up? This is RAERAEs with RAERAEs All Day here on YouTube. You can also catch me on Threads and Instagram at All Day RAERAEs. Child, did y'all watch it? Did y'all watch Power Book 3, Raising Kanan, Season 3, Episode 7? Well, I'm about to review it because child, Kanan is off the doggone chain. But you know who can get Kanan in check? His cousin Juke. She pushed him and everything. He just stumbled back and was like, man, what don't mess with Juke. Man, just to know what happened between him and Jukebox in the end just breaks my heart. Child, it's just amazing how tables turn, don't it? Oh, just imagine it. Oh. Wait till we find out more about them as these seasons progress. Child, I hope these seasons keep going until they match up with look, can't even talk right. I hope these seasons progress to match up to what we already know as who they are now. You know, it's gonna be so bomb to know. Oh, I mean, 50 got him a billionaire status jumping off. If he ain't halfway there already. I mean, man. Was it 4 different jump offs? We got Ghost, then we got Tariq's, and then we got Kanan. And we got Force. That's 4. Is there a 5? Was that supposed to be Rashad Tate in, but he got canned for whatever? I don't know, child, but I guess I'm just gonna start, huh? I guess I'm just gonna start. Well, we're gonna kick it off. Ronnie and his goon. How Ronnie got some goons already? Ronnie is off the chain. Ooh. Anywho, they busted. What's his name? What's his man name? Paul. He busted Paul's house. Paul was just sitting there in his reclining, just, going over his life and whatnot, not what. So, Ronnie busts in with his goons and they, him up, take him over to Kanan's to let, I heard you've been talking. Or I heard you want to talk. Man, I don't want to talk. I don't even know how to spell talk. I don't know how to talk. He was doing everything but yeah, he had to, he pissed himself, and then eventually, he had to go home and change because Lord knows what's about to happen to him next. But Famous came in and walked in on everything, and he looking like, oh Lord, what Lord. Oh Lord. This is what he was singing in his head. Oh my Lord. But then he was asked a dumbass question by Ronnie, because Ronnie was like, where you going? I'm going home to my mom's. He finally going back to his mama house. Thank goodness. I guess he tired of being on that street, because that rat infested place was the best thing he could have had, but he was getting into too much stuff. I get it. So he finally buckled down and went back home to his mom. He was packing up, getting ready to leave. And Ronnie asked him where he going. He said where he was going. And Ronnie was like, why does your mom want you there? My mom don't want me nowhere around her. You see his face. It's like, well, that's my mom. So, I can't help you with nothing else. So then Ronnie pressed him some more, as you can see, and Kanan just let Ronnie do it. Like Kanan, he's sacrificing too much. But at the same time, that's the life. If you ain't shown your loyalty, then you got to go one way or the other. So I feel bad. I hope nothing happened to Fame and his family. I really do. But some tell me, child, before this season is over, either Fame is going to prison for that thing he did, or he ain't gonna make it. Some because he doing too well. He's it's always that thing where we see somebody start to do better and boom, they gone. Mm, mm, mm. Anywho, after all that commotion and carrying on, they go back to Raquel. She's getting acclimated into Unique's old work and hitting up, the Chinese spots, the Chinese restaurant spots and whatnot, not what. And she just getting, familiarized with stuff and just trying to see how much stretch her money is gonna reach, because this one little shop ain't gonna work. So you don't rock. She gonna make a way and find a way. So next we got Detective Baby Daddy overhearing that Scrap's mom is there, and he's like, "What's she doing here?" Again. So, and he's working the case without them knowing he's working the case, if you know what I mean. He's keeping an eye on his family. Hello. And so he overhears a little bit of that she's there, to talk about her son, and her son was mixed in with Rock, who's associated with his son. So he's trying to figure out all the deets and whatnot. So he figured it out, child. She tell him what she told that officer there. He pretty much switched places, and so he's just working that too and just getting all the info. So now he's a point person for Scrap's mom. But that ain't gonna last long, child. Like I said, Fame went home and he's just real happy to be there. His mom is promising a better way to deal with things with them. Again, I hope nothing bad happens to them. OMG. So we got some good news. Juke and them is gonna be open enough for somebody. They said should something. I don't even think it was Shanice, because Shanice been gone by this time. I wonder who they opening up for, because again, they didn't say no big name that I would have recognized. And believe me, I was in all the music back in the day. Don't get me wrong. Even outside of my genre of music, I was in the know, child. But I didn't recognize that name. It was probably some fiction or something. But anywho, so they start taking promo pics, and who jumped in line first? Light skin. She had to be. She had to be in first, because that's her thing. She got to be first. So, like I said, Detective Baby Daddy was getting all the deets, and he then called Rock to meet up at the rendezvous spot. And he giving her all the info, letting her know that her brother lewd and dimed out. Now, again, like for my last review, if you haven't watched episode 6 review, go watch that, because I was like, listen, whatever Lou said to Scrap mom, I don't think he dimed out the fam, but he did say he was there, right? I think he dimed out, perhaps. What's that? What's the dude that they framing everything on? The one that they actually murked, but they framed all of that shootout stuff on. Albie Shore's son, him. I think perhaps he may have, dimed out Camacho, that's his name. But I don't think he actually said who, because I think Scrap's mom would have said that. All he described was that he was there and he was, kind of responsible. So, again, if he said his sister, his brother, because it was Lou, Marvin, and Rock at the scene. And I believe Rock was the one who pulled the trigger. Anywho, like I said, I just want to know, who did Lou frame? Who did he say did it to Scrap's mom? That's what I would like to know. And hopefully they'll make that known. You know what I'm saying? So after all that rigmarole, what's his name, Marvin, goes to check on his homie, and come to find out, the homie's kids is in the car freezing, talking about daddy told us to stay in the car until he came and got us. So where's your daddy? He inside. We all, either he effing somebody or he doing something he ain't got no business doing. At least he had the at least at least the kids wasn't watching him do it. You know what I'm saying? So, and we see what he was doing, because his arms is all, you see Marvin looking at his arm and he trying to cover it up. Child, see, dope fiends, just like criminals, they do the most dumbest stuff. Now, if he really trying to hide it, he would have put on a long sleeve something, coat, jacket, hell, a blanket, any doggone thing to hide. And it was fresh. I know. I could not be no crackhead at all. I don't know how Kiki do it, child. Kiki Jabbar. No shave, a girl. I don't know how folks do it. If y'all doing hardcore drugs, please stop. Cause child, what happened? Just weed. Weed don't make you do nothing to nobody but fall asleep, hungry, make you want to do it. I mean, I ain't never heard of weed, just, you ain't never stole nothing. I don't know, child. If you're on any dope, please get off and just smoke some weed if you want to get a high. Just CBD or weed. Just change it up, because you see what he looking like. Kids outside in the cold, dang near about to freeze to death, and it's winter. The child, he need to be shaming himself. So Marvin go in, and the girls go in, and he cooking the girls something to eat, because don't tell them when last time they ate, and they just talking, and he's talking about, well, if their mom was here, your mom was like, yeah, where is the mom? He was like, man, she's gone. She up the street around the corner. Who knows? She the one who got me hooked up on this stuff. Child, a lie ain't care who tell it. Next, we got Jukebox. She made it in. If you didn't see last episode, she got her letter, congratulations letter, that she passed, and she ready to go into the whatever military, whatever branch, army, whatever it is. And now she's talking to the recruiter, because based on what they told her at school, trying to recruit her, she's trying to cash in on the deal. Well, y'all told me I can do X, Y, and Z. So where's, now you're trying to tell me DEF? You see her face, right? She's so sick of folks. I know that's right, Jew. Give it to him. Let him know what's going on. So next we got Rock. She is mad, right? She then had it up to here with Marvin. Pretty much, Raquel she's letting Marvin know Lou need to be dealt with. Now we got to go in here and take care of all these, Chinese restaurants. So she ended up finding out that there's, like I said, more than one restaurant, and she hooks up with the owner of that place, and he gave her a listing of all his restaurants. So she's checking them out and seeing what's going on. And now she got a bright idea. And we're going to find out, I guess, next episode. But before then, she had Marvin go hem up Lou. You see, Lou was like, hey. Lou drinking and trying to explain himself. I mean, I didn't say nothing to nobody. Marvin was like, yes, you did. Because the Popo knows. But luckily, Rock got baby daddy working on it. So it's only a matter of time before it start to pop. And we all know what's next. We all know what Lou got to do. Child, that is right. We all know what Lou got to do. Oh, anyway. Next, we got these kids making out in the movie theater. Ain't nobody is. I don't know what they watching, child, but he doing way too much, way too fast, and she is not ready for all that. And he finally offends her to the point where she want to go home. And he was like, "Well, go then." She was like, "You're not going to escort me to my house?" He was like, "You know how to get home on the bus, child." Mm. Well, I'll be doggone. Well, I'll be doggone. Now, speaking of doggone, Ronnie trying to get some from Lady Heroin. Child from Lady Heroin. She busted a straight Halle Berry. I want you to make me feel good. I looked, double took. I said, "What she say?" She pulled a Halle, whatever her name was in Monsters Ball, y'all. She was trying to get her some from that. It's one thing to get some from, somebody in the hood, but you never want to mess with the crazy boy in the neighborhood because, child, let them deal with the prostitutes and carrying on who ain't got no ties, who, can handle the Lulu going on between their ears. Because, child, girl, you got too much to lose mess with that man. Whoo, she don't know how crazy Ronnie is. And I do mean mental illness. Mental illness, child. But Vanessa rolled up and he telling her to get out. And she was like, "This is still me and Unique's house. But I'm just coming to get some stuff for me and my kid." Child. And he looking at her go up the stairs and she's like, Lady Heron was like, "No one can know about us." He was like, "Don't worry about that." She trying to get him to get her too. See, she ain't slick, Lady Heron. Speaking of who ain't slick, Detective Baby Daddy roll up on Burke's daddy while he's collecting the last of her things. Ooh, if he knew. Ooh, if he only knew. Woo. That's a cold piece of work, Detective Baby Daddy is, just to be, but that he a police officer and child, that's a whole can of worms. Woo! It's just the mindset, it's the mindset that you got to worry about. But yeah, they just, reminiscing and talking and giving each other, their respectives. Anywho, that was pretty much it with them. Crazy stuff. Like I said, Kanan getting punked all the way around by Jukebox. First, you got to meet his goons, so-called security, in the hallway, pushing her around. She was like, "I know you didn't just put your finger on my shoulder." And so Ronnie told them that's Kanan's people. Let her through. It's all GOOD. And she busts through. She's like, "What the hell is going on in here?" Shaking her head and turned around. What the hell is going on around here? Kanan was like, "This is just my operation." Child, Kanan is moving heroin. He ain't just moving weed no more. Is he still moving weed? That's the question. But yeah, Juke find out about Kanan's operation, but she's really there to sweat him about dissing Aisha. Aisha. Yeah, her. The one that's bulimic. Child, yes, she is. Anywho, she was letting them know, "I told you not to mess with that girl. Don't make me have to bust you in your grill." Now here's Burke's trifling ass. Daddy said, I told you. He did not like his daughter. He was upset with her more so than her prying into instead of, listen, Burke's daddy is trifling. He did not like his daughter strictly because she's a lesbian. Now he meeting up with his daughter's lesbian girlfriend, and he's trying to apologize. Nobody want to hear that now. She gone. And it's probably because of you. Had she had more love in her life, she probably would have never met Detective Baby Daddy, or at least you probably would have been hiding in the bushes just to make sure nothing happened. She probably would have trusted you, and she'd still be alive. All kind of scenarios run through my head. Hell, the girlfriend could have came. She probably still could have had a girlfriend if all these probes wasn't into her just because she's a lesbian. That's what all that was. Talking about she doing this, that, and the third with kids. She ain't doing nothing with no kids. Everybody knows that cops work unconventionally to get the job done. So police, all that mess talking about she messing with kids and being inappropriate. No, she wasn't. Y'all just saying that because she was a lesbian, old punks. And her daddy's the doggone ringleader because he was allowing it to happen because he didn't give a doggone. So now he feeling all freaking guilty. Girl, I would have said, you in that picture, you can shove it up your ass. I got enough of her on me. Ooh. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I would have gave it to him just like that. But that's just me. Rest in peace to Bert and Aphrodite. Shoot, forget him. Anyway, so yeah, see, Ronnie crazy. He rolled up on Vanessa asking her and telling her the killer's still out there. Be careful. She looking at him like, if you don't get the fuck out of my face, how you know where I'm at? Child, that's my question. How Ronnie know where everybody live? We ain't find out the first how Ronnie know where everybody. He didn't find out where Rock live. He didn't find out where Kanan live. He didn't find out where Vanessa at. I think he probably already had the address to Lady Heron. But this fool is everywhere. How he know with the same damn jacket? Child, ain't even members only. I think that coat from the 60s. How long was he in for? Child, who next? Who is next, child? This bitch. Come around asking for me. When is she leaving? Scrap Mom could have stayed. I'm just saying, come around talking about Raquel ain't got no money. Is she Marvin's mama? Because she'll never speak about Marvin. Marvin probably cussed her out 40 going north and she got scared. She's like, because see, before last season, Marvin was a straight asshole. You couldn't tell him nothing. Now he's a lot more diplomatic, been through some things, had a couple of classes, lost the old love of his life, almost messed up his daughter's life. He's a somewhat of a changed man. So, but I would love to see Marvin and this woman in the same room. I think she gonna bring him the chorus. Because you ain't seen her and Raquel in the scene yet. But she did say Raquel ain't had no money. She ain't had nothing for. She probably answered the phone like, yeah, you got some money? Click. I'm pretty sure Raquel is probably second in line to cussing her ass out after Marvin. So, but Lou is the baby, right? So he's, a lot more, sentimental. How, hey, you can just tell Lou is just a little more sentimental. So he the one kicking her down, and he would gave her probably about 300 or 400, maybe 500, maybe 350, and she was like, "That's it." Bitch, if you get the hell out of here. Anywho, so back to snitching. Juke is at you see Chef Raquel's snitching on Kanan, telling him everything that she know. And Raquel is surprised that Kanan's hanging with them fools, them old men from the club, from the VFW. Child, Juke ran it all down. And Raquel, the next episode, you see her, she going to every last one of them old players, letting them know, stay away from my kid. And they're like, hell away with you. Speaking of hell away, Kanan and made his way to light skin, and she trying to get some, and she probably next before Aisha. And finally, Lou got the message from Marvin that he got to do what he got to do. So Scrap and his mom is reunited, child. Scrap and his mom is reunited. Yeah, he had to do it, y'all. He had to do it. It's about 2 or 3 shots, child. Took her out. Now he drove off and saw Scrap in the window, like he been seeing Scrap every blue moon, every time he turn around. That's child. Now that was something. That episode was something. Yes, it was. Did y'all see it? If not, I hope I gave you a proper review and come back at the end of the week so we can catch up and wrap up on episode 8. Again, I am reviewing the last of Love and Marriage Huntsville, the last not the last season, but the wrap up of this season for Love and Marriage Huntsville reunion. Also, Bell Collective season reunion. Real Housewives, Southern Charm with my girl, psychic _ ELB. You can call her Erin if you want. And also, me and Erin is we is reviewing Drag Race season 16. Child, it was a little fuzzy this past weekend. We had to learn some things I couldn't do. But again, I'm getting used to it. So we're going to come back with a vengeance. And yes, thanks again for tuning in. Oh, yeah, Marriage to Medicine. Yes, bravo. Got it going on. Yes, they do. But yes, thanks again for tuning in. Thanks again for tuning in. And please like, comment, subscribe, and share if you haven't already subscribed. And I'll catch you later. Here's my outro.